morning. You're welcome to Women's Corner. Thank God it's Monday, and of course, it's the first day, not the first day of the week, or the first episode of the month.
Yeah, actually.
Wow, it's this thing. I'm just modeling everything up together. You're welcome to Women's Corner. My name is Rose Blossom. It's exciting to hear, and I'm so excited because it's December, and somebody's in the Christmas.
You too now, see Red Roof.
Please excuse me. Anyways, you're welcome. I want you to know that we're streaming live on our social media platforms at Galaxy TV Web. And of course, we have Galaxy TV News and Entertainment. You can actually watch us there. And we are also on YouTube. YouTube channels are Galaxy TV Entertainment, Galaxy TV News, and Galaxy TV Comedy. So you can like, subscribe, and share. We also have an app on Google Play Store and Apple Play Store. So you can download Galaxy Television up right there and watch all of our live programs live. I have an amazing guest. Okay, Sarah, I said I have a co-host, always sitting pretty with a plenty smile, and she's looking good. Hi,
oh my
Covenant.
God. Good morning, Rose Blossom.
Good morning. How you doing?
I'm very well. Good morning, viewers. It's the Lagos girl here. I mean, she said I'm in the mood. I'm in the Christmas mood. I am actually. She is also in the Christmas mood. I mean, there's a red rook.
Please, I'm wearing black.
It's so good to be here.
Yeah, it's so good to be here. So, okay. Let me over to you.
All right. So before we dive into our topic for today and our conversation, I think we should go on a break. And after the break, we're going to be taking our healthy tips for your period. Yes, your period, my period, her period. So don't go anywhere. We'll be right back after the short break.
Women in their 40s begin preventative health care. Turning 40 typically means taking proactive steps towards maintaining your health. Visit your doctor annually for a checkup. Get your immunization, lab work, for example, testing your cholesterol and glucose level, pap smear and mammogram for women. For men, make sure you have an annual testicular exam with a doctor and monthly on your own. Maintain a positive attitude. If you review your goals and how you're spending your hours, you'll become more intentional in your daily life and be able to meet your long-term ambitions. Make a habit of gratitude. It's good for the heart and soul. Have a monthly date night. Keep good company. Compliment people. Laugh and smile. Share the fun first before work. These suggestions can help replenish who we are. Sleep. We need 7 to 9 hours of sleep nightly. If we can avoid a blaring alarm clock waking us up, all the better. Avoid electronics 2 hours before you sleep and taking the phone to bed. Exercise. Stop sitting. Get a stand-up or treadmill desk. Take micro breaks. Stand up and do stretching exercises or on a walk. Do stationary exercises. Do weight training to improve muscle strength. Controversies. Alcohol, cigarettes, and other potential addiction such as shopping, playing video games, or gambling can create stress. But reversing this type of habit can have benefit. Quality of life can improve if you stop. Reach out to your doctor or people in your community for support.
Healthy tips for period. Hygiene. Practice good hygiene to prevent infection and reduce odor. Change your menstrual product every 4 to 8 hours. Wash your hands with soap and sanitizer before and after using menstrual products. Clean your genital area with water and mild soap. Use unscented toilet paper, tampons, and pads. Wear breathable clothing like cotton underwear. Diet. Eat a healthy diet to reduce PMS symptoms and improve your quality of life. Eat lean meat, green leafy vegetables, lentils and beans to increase iron levels. Eat calcium-rich foods like nut, low-fat dairy, salmon, sardines, tofu, broccoli, and bok choy. Avoid saturated fats like butter, cream, bacon, and potato chips. Limit salt and caffeine. Drink more water and herbal teas like chamomile. Exercise. Regular exercise can help reduce the severity of PMS symptoms. Take over-the-counter pain relievers like ibuprofen or acetaminophen before exercising. Apply ice or heating pad after exercising. Sleep. Restore your sleep cycle. Stress. Reduce stress. You can also try vitamin B6 and B1 to help with PMS symptoms. However, you should check with your doctor to ensure there are no risks with you trying these supplements.
Welcome back. Yes, you're watching Women's Corner. Now, those are for women. We have some men in the studio and they're like, thank God they're not part of it. I'm like, okay, you're exempted. But by the time the baby comes out and it's no period, you're going to hear it. Because obviously we know how much a diaper costs. We know how much baby food is. Everything. Even baby wears. I heard that baby wears are even more expensive than adults. Like what we wear.
Should we be no good at therapy? Wow.
Okay, today is exciting because we're going to be talking about mental health in pregnancy. But as the last 2 weeks or 3 weeks about we had Cynthia Chioma Udebwani join us via a Zoom to talk to us about immunization in pregnancy, because these are stages. There are stages that you need to get immunized, and the reasons why, the effect, and of course if you have an after effect, what to do, just everything that you need to get educated about pregnancy, because a lot of people do not even know they need to be immunized, vaccinated before delivery, and some persons feel like it can always take it after delivery. But anyway, she's just going to wrap up a little bit on the immunization in pregnancy. Then we'll start talking about mental health in pregnancy, the postpartum depression. We have a lot of different kind of pregnancy mental health issues when it's relating to pregnancy. Okay, let me just introduce my guest. Her name is Cynthia Chioma Udebwani. She's a registered nurse and midwife. She's a facilitator at Life Impact Foundation. She's the manager of Teen Challenge, and she's a teacher, she's a mentor, an advocate, advocate also. Welcome to the show, Cynthia. How you doing? Good morning,
Cynthia.
Do we have Cynthia, please? Can we have Cynthia on the screen? Are we still trying to get Cynthia in? Okay, because of our time, we don't want to waste our time. We're managing our time very well. Okay, let's still go for another health tips. This one is about skin hygiene. I was supposed to take this after talking with Cynthia for a bit, because I know a lot of people, they go through the skin changes.
Yes.
When they are pregnant, and you see some people, their necks get darker. You see some persons say, I want to try motherhood for the first time, and you see their nose getting bigger, ears. You see somebody who is way light-skinned, a person really has gone dark, and you see some people with glow while they're pregnant.
I think I want that one.
You want that one? You want towards it? Anyways, this is the reason why we are bringing this tip your way. So let's quickly go check skin hygiene, how to take care of your skin. This is not just about pregnancy, it's for women out there. You need to take care of your skin. That is the first thing people get to see when they see you, before they start noticing all the figures and all the features and the character. So the skin comes first. Let's quickly go for this tip. I'll be right back. Hopefully by then we'll have Chioma Cynthia to join us via Zoom. Stay with us, we'll be right back.
Serums, whatever you pick, like clarifying serum is what they did to me for my pores, and boom, your skin is like new. And they even show you how much dirt came out of your skin, which was so impressive and disgusting. I'm adding a little more glow with the Charlotte Tilbury highlighter one, because I feel like my skin deserves all of the glow today.
Tips to keep your teeth healthy. Dental hygiene cannot be undermined and is necessary to maintain healthy teeth and gums. Without proper care, tooth decay and gum problems, various complications may arise, which may ultimately lead to pain, speech problems, and decreased self-confidence. In fact, experts believe that dental health concerns contribute to global health burden and need to be attended to accordingly. Maintaining dental hygiene and keeping your teeth healthy is very much achievable through considering the tips. 1. Don't go to bed without brushing your teeth. It's no secret that the general recommendation is to brush at least twice a day. Still, many of us continue to neglect brushing our teeth at night. But brushing before bed gets rid of the germs and plagues that accumulate throughout the day. 2. Brush properly. The way you brush is equally important. In fact, doing a poor job of brushing your teeth is almost as bad as not brushing at all. Take your time, moving the toothbrush in gentle circular motion to remove plague. Unremoved plague can harden, leading to calculus buildup and gingivitis. 3. Don't neglect your tongue. Plague can also build up on your tongue. Not only can this lead to bad odor, but it can lead to other oral health problems. Gently brush your tongue every time you brush your teeth. 4. Use a fluoride toothpaste. When it comes to toothpaste,
Chioma Udebwani on the screen. Good morning, Cynthia.
Good morning. Good morning to you.
Good morning. Is it cold over there? Because I can see what you're putting on. Maybe you're in Canada.
No. It's quite cold in northern Nigeria. It's quite cold this morning. So it's a pleasure to be here once again. I really appreciate it.
All right. So as regards, I
Morning.
think 3 weeks ago, about 2 weeks ago, where we talked about immunization in pregnancy. Can you just do a bit of a breeze up and a roundup of the information you wanted to share to a lot of pregnant people, or people who are intending mothers, or people who are planning to become mothers in the future, the things that they really need to know, so we can move over to mental health in pregnancy. Please go ahead.
I didn't quite hear you. I think there's a breach in the connection.
Said, remember we talked about immunization in pregnancy the previous time
Are you there?
I can't remember, I think 2 or 3 weeks ago. So I just wanted you to, point out some things round off on that topic. Yes.
Heard that
and
part.
maybe
So
the
can I
aspect
go
that
on?
we did not talk about, just so we can go into mental health in pregnancy. So yes, the floor is yours now.
All right. Okay. Thank you. Thank you so much for this. Always great to be here, and I consider it a privilege. And to our esteemed viewers, you're welcome once again. So 2 or 3 weeks ago, if I'm not mistaken, we took on the topic immunization in pregnancy, and I think we wrapped up that session with a question as to whether immunization is safe for women who are pregnant and also have autoimmune disorders, and I promise to get back to us on that. And the truth of the matter is that if that condition or the severity of the condition is not threatening to the pregnancy, like that woman has, she's carrying that baby normally, and the pregnancy is progressing as it should, then she shouldn't be stopped for taking her immunization. So you can only buy a woman who is having an autoimmune disorder from taking immunizations if that pregnancy is already life-threatening, like the pregnancy combined with the autoimmune disorder is already a problem. So that was where we stopped last week. So just a brief recap. We talked about how that pregnancy, or a pregnant woman should not be hindered from taking immunizations. And we also mentioned that there are some vaccines that are safe for pregnancy. We also mentioned that some are not safe for pregnancy. And of course, if you're going to a very good healthcare facility, they will definitely tell you that, okay, this is not for you, even when you ask for it, okay? And then we talked about the fact that there are some vaccines that are absolutely necessary, like as a pregnant woman, you should take them. And we mentioned that for this part of the world, in Nigeria, in this locality, we prioritize the tetanus toxoid vaccination. Like every pregnant woman should and must take it. We mentioned other vaccines that could also be taken in pregnancy. We mentioned the flu vaccine. We mentioned the COVID-19 vaccine. We mentioned the hepatitis B vaccine. And we said that those vaccines are also safe because they don't contain the live organisms. They are safe in pregnancy. We also talked about that from the second trimester going upward, the woman can take immunization, she can receive vaccination in pregnancy. And we talked about the benefit as well, I think. And we said it's not just protect or affords the woman immunity, there is also a form of transfer of passive immunity to the baby that she is carrying in her womb. And I think we also mentioned that some adverse effects can also occur following immunization, right? And we said that usually vaccines are safe, you get, because before they are released, they go through a series of testing so that we can ascertain that it is safe for people to take. But if you take the vaccine and you notice mild symptoms like a headache, pain at the site, or discomfort, sometimes that is normal. But what can be concerning is when you begin to now have adverse effects, like, maybe the person is now feeling drowsy, or fever that does not want to go away. You've taken paracetamol and it's still persistent. Another effects that can be life-threatening. At that point, please, you have to rush down to the hospital for proper check. But usually there are no harmful effects following these immunizations or these vaccinations that a woman take during pregnancy. So I think that would be that. Why we now progress to the topic for today, unless there's probably another question or something that I didn't highlight in the course of giving my summary. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, yes, so I have one question, Cynthia. Knowing that women during pregnancy should take vaccines, right? How about women that are unsure of the vaccines to take, and then she's been advised to take lots of vaccines? So how can she avoid taking the vaccines that she's not supposed to take during her pregnancy?
Okay. Thank you for that question. So I'm going to take that question from two angles. Okay. Now, number one is the aspect of being careful about where you register for your antenatal care. Okay. Every reasonable healthcare facility, every reasonable healthcare personnel, every reasonable doctor or every reasonable nurse should know, not reasonable per se, but professional now, should know that there are some vaccinations that should not be recommended for a pregnant woman. So as a pregnant woman, please, I am issuing this out as a plea, as a note of warning. You have to be very careful when it comes to where you register for your antenatal care, where you receive healthcare services. You have to be very careful and cautious about that. Okay, make sure that it is an accredited facility, like they know what they are doing there. Now, the second angle I'm going to come from now is now the point of education. Okay, it's now the point of education, which means that as you go to the hospital, you need to be observant, you need to be inquisitive. Okay, ask questions. They recommend a vaccine for you, or a doctor, nurse, this vaccine I'm taking, what is the name, what is it going to do for me, hope it's safe for my pregnancy. Do you understand? So on these two angles now, I think this is how a woman can tackle, being given immunizations or a vaccine that she is not supposed to take while pregnancy. And like I said, there is no hospital that knows or is professional that would actually recommend vaccines that will not be safe in pregnancy or that will cause that woman harm. So like I said, you have to ask questions, be vigilant, ask questions. It's your health, it's your body. You deserve to know what they are giving to you. You deserve to know why they are giving it to you. And then you can also go home and make your research. Of course, these days, there is no information that we cannot get on the internet. And of course, you should be careful about the sources or the sites where you get this information from. So ask questions and then be careful of where you get checked when it comes to receiving healthcare services. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much for that response. Thank you for rounding off on the topic about immunization for pregnant women. Okay, let's talk about mental health in women. I know we might not be able to finish or touch every aspect we need to touch, on this topic. But my first question is, what exactly do you think women need to be aware of, need to know, need to be educated and be informed about when it comes to mental health in pregnancy, either before, during, or after? What is the most important information women need to take note of every time?
Okay, all right. Thank you very much for that question. That's a wonderful and amazing question. And let me start by saying that recently, or it's just of recent, that we actually began to pay attention to mental health. And now I want to start off by saying that the first thing, or we should think about, or we should bear in mind, is that when we talk about mental health, we're not talking about madness. We're not talking about roaming around the streets, you don't have clothes on and the rest of. No, that is far from it. When we're talking about mental health, we're talking about everything that has to do with one's psychological well-being, your state of mind, your ability to handle the situations of life effectively, your ability to cope with the normal activities of life, the normal stressors that come. Okay, that is how, that's how encompassing mental health is. Okay, now we don't talk about mental health when that person is already, let's say, already feeling depressed, already having some signs that shows that, oh, things are not so okay with this person. So it starts from how is this person able to handle the normal circumstances or situations of life or activities of life in general. Now, when you bring this over to pregnancy, when we're talking about mental health in pregnancy, the most or the key factors or key pointers that we should bear in mind, or my viewers or the viewers, people watching this and streaming online, the most important things that we should bear in mind is that, number one, is that pregnancy is actually stressful. Okay, pregnancy is stressful. Now, when I talk about pregnancy being stressful, I'm coming from the context that when a woman is pregnant, there are a lot of changes that are happening in her body at that particular point in time. Now, there are changes in the level of hormones, there are changes in the level of the activities her metabolic rates, there are changes in the nutrients that she requires, because she's not just taking care of herself now, but there is also another life that is developing inside of her. So all of these can be very stressful. It can be very demanding. Okay, it can be demanding. So that is why, as a pregnant woman, you need to prioritize self-care, whether it's before pregnancy, during pregnancy, or after pregnancy. The very important thing is that you should prioritize self-care. Now, when I talk about self-care, what do I mean? It boils down to both your personal hygiene as a woman. You should take care of yourself. Self-care boils down to your diet as a woman. You should take note of that. Okay, because now you are eating not just for yourself. You're not just eating for you to be alive and for you to be, healthy, but you also have another life that is also demanding within you. So you have to take note of your diet, your nutrition. You have to take care of what you eat. You have to be very cautious about it. Now, another aspect of self-care also is that you have to and you need to rest properly. Now, I'm going to emphasize on this aspect of rest, because if we cast our mind back to how things were before, before now that we have working class women, career women, and women who want to do very wonderful and very great things for themselves, you find out that women were mostly housewives, okay, and peradventure, or sometimes they could have a farmland that they attend to, or maybe escort or follow their husbands to the farm. Now, when a woman is pregnant, she's almost not allowed to do so much. She's given that time to rest. She's given that time to sleep as she should. And even after giving birth, she's also allowed time to rest, because the body has been stressed and the body needs to recover back. So we find out that in this time and in this our present dispensation, because of how things are, you find out that there are some women that are working 9-to-5 jobs, and they probably have other younger children or other children to take care of, and they are pregnant, and all these things. They're also expected to take care of their husbands. They're also expected to keep the home in order. All these things can be very demanding. And when these things happen, and as a woman you are not resting well, you're not resting your body well, it can have effect on your mental health. It can have effect on your psychological well-being, because the brain has been designed in such a way that it needs to rest. So there's how you overwork yourself, and you tend to break down. You will definitely break down, and from there, other issues like we have depression, both during pregnancy or even following delivery. Those things can occur. So self-care, especially rest, very, very, very important. And another aspect again I would also like to touch on is that as a pregnant woman, also know that you need support. I know it might not be easy in this time or in this present time where we are in, but I can remember that growing up, I had my mom's sisters around. They were very instrumental, in taking care of us, because my mom was schooling at a point while she had us as children. So don't be shy, or don't be scared to ask for help. I know sometimes people might downplay on asking for help, as per that woman is lazy, she's not hardworking enough, and the rest of that. Please, if you know that what you're shouldering or what you're bearing on your shoulders is much, it's too much for you, don't be scared or don't be shy to ask for help. Ask for help, and also be willing to accept help when help comes. Thank you very much.
Okay. I know you have a question, right?
Yes.
But let me quickly shoot this one. It just came to me. Now, a lot of people tend to have this depression. Some persons are very lucky, or I will use lucky. They do not have such depression. I just want to know, is there a particular reason why women fall into depression, postpartum depression, after they give birth? And what would you term, I don't know, would you term it as postpartum depression too? A woman that gave birth, and anytime she sees the baby, or the baby cries or something, the baby disturbs and makes her realize that I have a baby. Sometimes you see some of these women, they will tell you they feel like throwing the baby out. Like, why are you even talking? Why are you even here? It's, that mental breakdown for them. Now, I don't know, would you call that depression? And if you would even call that depression, or there is another term for it, what exactly causes these things? We would like to know very quickly.
Okay, thank you for that question. So I think the first thing you said was why, or is there a reason why depression happens following delivery, right? I think that's the question you had.
Yeah.
The first question you asked. Okay.
Yeah.
So now the primary cause, or the basic reason why sometimes women can fall into depression, postpartum depression, one of the reasons is because following delivery there is a rapid decline in the levels of some hormones in the body. I don't know if it's necessary to call their names, but very key players in pregnancy, or key hormones that play very important function in pregnancy, are estrogen and progesterone. So once the baby is delivered, the body does not really need those hormones in high quantities, because of course the reason why they were there, or they were being produced in the first place, has been taken away. So there's a drop in those levels of those hormones. So it can bring about that rapid change, can bring about some form of mood swing. It can also result in depression, you understand, because that change in the body can make the woman begin to feel down, you understand. So that's one reason. And secondly, again, it's the stress, okay, the stress, especially when a woman does not have a supportive partner. I don't know if you have seen women who are in abusive marriages. It's not easy. It's not easy. It's really not easy. So when you don't have a supportive partner, or when you have an abusive partner, the two are different. Having a supportive partner is the fact that, okay, you have a partner that actually understands and is willing to assist you in running the household as a new time mom. Okay, so when you don't have a supportive partner, it can be overwhelming. You just have that feeling of, it's just me, I'm the only one who's going through this, why am I even alive, and all of those things. And before you know it, you start feeling down, you start feeling, that rejection comes in, you start feeling helpless, you start feeling hopeless, and before you know it, you don't have interest in the things that you normally have interest in. Depression is already setting in. So I mentioned, first of all, the changes in the level of hormones, not having a supportive partner or even having an abusive partner, and then the stress of the pregnancy itself, going through pregnancy and childbirth. Some women, they are, as a healthcare personnel, I've handled a delivery that, before we could say Jack, the baby's head was already coming out, and before you know it, the baby came out. Okay, but there are some women that will be in labor for a long time. The labor is just progressing. It's progressing, but it's slow. And then even during delivery, they go through a lot of pain and stress to eventually give birth. So all of these things, all of these experiences can contribute to making that woman depressed. And like I said, there are other factors that are around it. Even when a woman goes through a stressful delivery and she has a family to support her, she has a supportive spouse, then those issues such as depression might not really happen. Now, on the aspect of when a woman hears a baby crying or her baby crying, and she's just, she becomes very irritated, she wants to throw the baby away and those kind of things. That might not necessarily be depression, but symptoms of what we call post-traumatic stress disorder, PTSD. Okay, following delivery. It's a renowned symptom, post-traumatic stress disorder. And now, remember when I said things that a woman should take note of, I mentioned rest. Most times you find out that babies, they sleep during the day. And as a woman, the day might be the time that you have to put the house in order, do one or two things. Now, and at night when you're trying to sleep, that is when the baby is awake and crying, needing attention. Do you understand? And you might end up not having a quality night's sleep. Then you carry over that sleeplessness the next day. You carry it over. When it progresses like that, you find out that when that baby starts crying, that baby that should be a bundle of joy, carrying that baby in your arms, that should be something of so much joy and happiness, begins to, cause you pain. It's not the baby's fault. You understand? It's just because you have not rested your body well. But you find out that if you are having quality rest, you always, in fact, when your baby is sleeping too much, you'll be like, is my baby okay? Hope my baby is fine. Because carrying the baby or the baby looking for food or crying is something you anticipate because you are well rested. Your brain is calm, your nerves are relaxed. Okay, so I believe that's one of the reasons or one of the things that contributes to that adverse symptoms of PTSD following delivery. Thank you very much.
Thank you very, very much.
Cynthia.
Cynthia, you did so well. We have a lot of questions.
Actually,
trust me, we have a lot of questions because of our time. And usual, we'll always take this topic to the next one because it's very important. And in fact, the first time I spoke with you and I spoke with Adesua also, you guys told me pregnancy. I said, let's talk about pregnancy. And they were like, pregnancy. you can talk about pregnancy for a full year
For
and
a
you're
full
not done.
year,
So like,
really.
okay, then let's talk about pregnancy. We're going to, go into each topics differently. And of course, Cynthia has been so very helpful and always available whenever I say, please, I think women wants to know about this. Let's talk about this. And she's always there to teach us, because I am also learning, because like you said, it's a PTSD thing. When you hear a woman that wants to throw a baby, you're like, 9 months, is it just the 9 months, or after your shape has shaped itself and you want to throw the baby away? But obviously we do not know what they go through. So like you said, it's very important that women tend to have their rest. Anyways, I'd like to appreciate you, Cynthia Chioma Udebwani. Thank you so much.
Thank
Obviously,
you.
next time when you're coming, you'll still be talking about mental health for pregnant women, and I'm sure you'll be available for us, right?
Yeah, by the grace of God. Thank you.
Thank you so much for coming. All of us at Galaxy TV, we do appreciate you, and we love you so much. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for joining us.
Thank you. It's so
All right, yes, and that's it. Let me read again her profile. Chioma Cynthia Udebwani is a registered nurse and a midwife. She's a facilitator for Life Impact Foundation, a community administrator, pregnancy support foundation, a program manager for Teens Challenge, a teacher, mentor, advocate, and an empowerment advocate. Thank you so much, Cynthia. Over to you.
All right, so let's go on a break before we wrap up. Before we wrap up, let's go on a break. And after the break, we'll be taking tips for women in their 40s. We'll go on a break right now, and then after the break, we're taking tips for women in their 40s. So stay with us. We'll be right back.
Tips for women in their 40s. Begin preventative health care. Turning 40 typically means taking proactive steps towards maintaining your health. Visit your doctor annually for a checkup. Get your 40s. Begin preventative health care. Turning 40 typically means taking proactive steps towards maintaining your health. Visit your doctor annually for a checkup. Get your immunization lab work, for example, testing your cholesterol and glucose level, pap smear and mammogram for women. For men, make sure you have an annual testicular exam with a doctor and monthly on your own. Maintain a positive attitude. If you review your goals and how you're spending your hours, you'll become more intentional in your daily life and be able to meet your long-term ambitions. Make a habit of gratitude. It's good for the heart and soul. Have a monthly date night. Keep good company. Compliment people. Laugh and smile. Share the fun first before work. These suggestions can help replenish who we are. Sleep. We need 7 to 9 hours of sleep nightly. If we can avoid a blaring alarm clock waking us up, all the better. Avoid electronics 2 hours before you sleep and taking the phone to bed. Exercise. Stop sitting. Get a stand-up or treadmill desk. Take micro breaks. Stand up and do stretching exercises or go on a walk. Do stationary exercises. Do weight training to improve muscle strength. Controversies. Alcohol, cigarettes, and other potential addictions such as shopping, playing video games, or gambling can create stress. But reversing this type of habit can have benefit. Quality of life can improve if you stop. Reach out to your doctor or people in your community for support.
All right, welcome back, and that's a wrap. Today's episode on Women's Corner. Yes, if you missed, you can go back to our YouTube channel or our Facebook and Twitter to actually watch today's topic. We touched in immunization and pregnancy, basically just to round up. Then we spoke a bit in mental health for pregnant women, and there'll still be a continuity, but we do not know when. Hopefully when Chioma will call me and say, okay, I'm available, or this will do the same thing. Anyways, thank you so much, viewers, for joining us. It was an amazing time with both of you, and so I'll be running off, but I think my co-host should go first.
Ooh, it was actually an educative time. I mean, I love it when Cynthia said that during immunization or immunization during pregnancy, you have to always ask questions. You have to be vigilant. It's not all advices that you will take. Yes, everybody means good for you,
Yeah.
but you have to ask questions, okay, so that you be more informed. And
Yeah.
that just stood out for me. So see you very soon at the bus. It's still the Lagos girl, and of course, Rose Blossom.
It's me. Say it again. All right, yes, we'll be seeing you very soon at, on the bus. And of course, you know what we do there. Monday to Wednesday, we usually talk about the state and affairs of the country. And Thursdays, a relationship, lifestyle, fashion, however it comes. And of course, Fridays, always for the entertainment world. But right now, we're wrapping up. My name is Rose Blossom, and it was fun with you and fun with Lagos Girl. And we'll call it a wrap. We'll see you soon. Bye for now.